Up though. I think a touchdown pass, and I think that's his first touchdown pass against him in 100 plus targets or something crazy like that. I don't have the stat in front of me, but I saw it earlier. So I think maybe a little bit of a mismatch with size with Kittle on the play, but he did show that he's human, and the offense, the defense, while improved, still couldn't stop that march down the field, and that's better than less dramatic than the 37-second game-winning drive would have been holding that team to a field goal, right? Or to I guess they want to take a field goal, but holding that team, from a 75-yard touchdown drive, I think would have been preferable for all Packer fans and our heart rates.
Yeah, for sure. And here's a question I'm going to pose to you, because it's always like, oh man, what's the best thing to do in this situation? So Kyle Juszczyk plows through and gets the touchdown, and they leave 37 seconds on the board for Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He had already gained the first down. If you're Juszczyk, do you just lay down on the 1 yard line?
Nope.
Call a timeout? No, you don't. Okay.
Nope. I think if they're up by 1 point or something like that, yes. I've just seen. I mean, if you've watched any Badger games, right, against Penn State, they fumble the snap, right? They fumble the whatever. They, saw
touchdown's not guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed, and then you lose, and then you're the guy who, your defense has to be able to stop. You got to have faith in your defense, and it's your job to put points up, and it's the other team's job to defend the points. The only time I'll make fun of a player for scoring is if it's those weird situations where you're winning by one, right, and scoring makes it possible for the other team now to win, like I think that happened to the Lions last year, or against the Lions last year. But no, I think there's too many things that can go wrong on a snap. I think it's easy to say now that he should have fell down, but I mean, come on, how many? Even us, right? We are not new to this. We've seen Rodgers do this time and time again. And as soon as he scored, and as soon as that extra point went in, I was like, well, crap, we just lost. Right? I mean, who really thought? I mean, you even heard LaFleur said, oh, yeah, I felt pretty good about it. I kind of called BS because, come on, man, 0 timeouts with 37 seconds left. Oh, here's a question for you. Is that a top 10 Packer game ever?
Yeah.
From the excitement?
Well, I would say top 10 Aaron Rodgers clutch performance for sure. Maybe not
Sure.
top 10 game ever, but I mean 37. I mean, I feel like we've seen him have more time at the end of a game or the end of a half and not come up with any points, or throw a pick because we were trying to get something we couldn't. But to march down the field, 2 throws, spike it, and have Crosby with a walk-off field goal,
that was
one
almost
of the coolest.
blocked.
Yeah, it was. I watched that over and over, and I mean, he was maybe an inch or 2 away from that ball. I mean, he was right there, and that's frustrating. But
and even when it left his foot, it was like right on that left upright, and then it just kept leaking to the right, which is just more to the middle. Oh, it just my heart was just bumping that whole time. I would have hated to miss that game or turn that game off or go to bed a little bit too early.
Same. And I was like, no matter what, I'm watching the rest of this game. But what a clutch performance in that case from our special teams squad. But the same special teams squad that gave up that early return in the first half and then allowed the Niners to come back and score 7 right before the half. Alan Lazard went to his coaches and said, "Hey, put me on special teams because I'm not going to let that happen." Do we see Alan Lazard on special teams next week?
No, I don't know. I think those plays happen, right? Obviously, it was very, very bad timing, and I'm, kind of like Aaron Rodgers said, it's one game. I'll say it was one play, right? If last year we saw a pattern of it, this year we haven't to this point, I don't believe. Improved punting, special teams has been pretty good. Obviously, some clutch field goals made, very clutch field goals made. I just chalk it up to there was a lane missed, and I would expect to not see that happen again.
Okay. And that's fair. I mean, what else can you say about this game? It was an incredible performance. I think the Packers overcame some bad officiating and were able to pull it out and kind of get that bugaboo traveling out west off our back a little bit, at least for this year, or at least for now. We shall see. But
Well, 100%, and you're right. There isn't much else to say about the game because that was beautiful. It was a piece of art, like Aaron Rodgers said. How are you not romantic about football? Because that's why most people are football fans, and that's why a lot of us are Packer fans. And I guess the only other piece is and I questioned Rodgers a little bit. Everyone in the media definitely questioned him a little bit. I still don't appreciate a lot of the off-field stuff this postseason or this preseason. But you know what? He showed a lot of emotion after that win. You can't tell me he doesn't care about the team. You can't tell me he doesn't want to win. That's an MVP Super Bowl winning, performance out there, and I hope to see a lot more of it this year.
Yep, I would agree with you. Well, what a win by the Packers. Join us next time. We're going to preview the Steelers-Packers game this Sunday. Follow us on Twitter, GNG Boys with a Z. Subscribe and like us on Google Play Podcasts, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. And Chuck, as always, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.